like you lost another one.
Yo guys, what's up? Keyshawn Chia here, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all guys. I'm a little bit trigger happy. This is going to be, I think, a 6th video today. I know, crazy, right? Now, this is going to be, well, part 2 of what if Deku was the son of SCP 1903, or pretty much Janet's secret, you could say. Now, pretty much, if you wanna see the recap, I'm going to pretty much explain the recap, a tiny bit of it. If you want to know the rest, watch part 1 of the Dark Alternate Universe. But this is basically a Dark Alternate Universe, and I'm not going to put a little bit disclaimer, but this will begin sex, gore, blood, everything that's, disgusting, except for rape. There's no rape in this, but everything else is going to be in there. And this is going to be, well, a Dark Alternate Universe. Now, Deku has a sister, and pretty much his sister's name is Hex, and there are hybrids. They are hybrids, you could say, of the SCP. As I say again, you could say Jessie, or Janet's, which I'm going to say that's her name, the SCP, and pretty much you could say Janet is pretty much this SCP that is kind of as a secret thing, as if you know her secret, you would turn into those things right behind her, pretty much, and that is her. You could say like that. Now, where we pretty much last left off, Deku pretty much at the camping trip, or you could say as a field trip, pretty much got attacked by a bunch of villains, or you could say murderous villains, and a little bit crazy and weird and disgusting villains that wanted to kill the kids, or probably worse, which Deku and Hex pretty much dealt with the villains by doing the most gruesome and horrifying ways that you can ever imagine, and also pretty much, you could say, told the other kids to keep it a secret, which they all kept it a secret and kept quiet because it was terrified of them too. And we're going to do a little bit of skip on. Pretty much Deku and Hex grew a little bit older. Pretty much going into the UA, but Deku got captured and got experimented on, and got been given the quirk All for One, but a much powerful All for One, and got his one eye taken away. So yeah, he pretty much has a one eye. Where's the one eye? This is going to be for the part 2. Now, pretty much Deku have formed somewhat of a weird, or you could say a young dirty and weird relationship with Death, All for One's daughter, you could say. And pretty much Hex have, you could say, did a little bit tongue kissing and made out with Uraraka. Does she like girls and boys? Okay, it's good. Oh, well, it's fine with me, but hey, like I said, memester. But pretty much, we're last off of pretty much Deku, Hex, and Bakugo pretty much seeing each other, and we're gonna get to that right now. Now, pretty much, Bakugo, and Deku and Hex is pretty much hugging Bakugo in the middle, which Bakugo saying, "Okay, you can get off me now, guys." Which Deku laughing a little bit like hard, and Hex laughing a little bit hard, saying, "Oh, Kashan, we let go now." Which Bakugo is very pissed off, but he knows if he gets mad, he's gonna get it. So pretty much, they're sitting down, listening to the proper gesture and listening to what tests they're gonna take and all the fitness and stuff. Now, for the IQ thing, Hex and Deku pretty much reached to the highest IQ. Like, their IQ is much smarter because we're gonna say their mother, the SCP, pretty much wanting to be smart and not stupid, and always, we're gonna say she kind of told her secret to high intelligent professors, like professors, scientists, and them, to pretty much to teach Deku and Hex how to pretty much know the function of science, math, and all that, like the high IQ. So the IQ is very high intelligent, and Deku and Hex pretty much passed it in first. Now the fitness, Deku pretty much hit first. Hex hit second because she might look like a girl and she not look like she's not strong, but she's very powerful. She's very strong and she's dangerous. All right, Deku is dangerous too, but since he has awful and quirk and he can get quirks around him without him even knowing he's getting quirks, he pretty much got a enhancement quirk or a strengthened quirk from a student that he doesn't even know. So he pretty much got it first. Now, to you on. The robot thing. We're going to say the robot test now. Sorry. Okay, so Deku and Hex is pretty much together, listening to the teacher, and the teacher saying, "Okay, so you're going to destroy the robots, get points. You get extra points for doing his hero rescuing and stuff, and you get extra points for destroying the 0 point world, which." They don't know what's the 0 point world, but they're excited because they're saying, "Oh, we get to fight a big giant robot! I can't wait to test out this strength." Which Hex says, "Okay, well, can we do it together?" Which Deku says, "All right, let's do it together, sis." This is where Bakugo, does his work. Say, "Yeah, but I'm about to get in first and beat both y'all losers." Which Deku gets in a pouty face, say, "Oh, you're no fun. Always gotta, always gotta be, always gotta talk him down. Always gotta talk down to people and stuff." Which Hex says, "Oh, don't blame you. You know he's a dick." Which Bakugo says, "I'm not a dick." Which Deku says, "But you said you was a dick when I smacked you out that window." Which Bakugo keeps quiet. Now the teacher says, "On your mark, get set, go," and they start going. Now Deku, with his incredible speed and plus stealing quirks all around him, he pretty much is like passively thinking, but not thinking of how to use the quirks. But pretty much he gets the engine quirk from Seneta, if I'm correct, and he's pretty much boosting his own speed. Plus, with his genetics of his mother side, he's like faster than the eye can see, you could say. And he's pretty much running and kicking robots and stuff, with kicking robots and slashing robots with his claws and stuff. Which Hex says, "Oh, wait for me, brother," and she pretty much summons a knife and stabs robots and throws the knife, which she can pretty much teleport to the knives. Now I know what you're thinking. So she's like Minato. No, not exactly. Basically, she throws it wherever knife she throws at. Like she can pretty much track down the knife, but she can't really like. But if she throws it at like a dark spot, if she throws it over a building, she has to pretty much you could say, well, yeah, it's kind of like Minato, but not really. Like I said, but her quirk makes it work. But pretty much she's slashing things left and right, and having the thrill of it, laughing crazy, which Deku's laughing crazy too. Now, Hex and Deku pretty much meet up with each other and saying, "You think we got enough points to get into the academy or the high school?" Which Hex says, "Yeah, I think we, I think we do have enough points, brother. Well, I guess we should go then." This is where the 0 point robot comes in, and this is where Uraraka is stuck, and she's asking for help, asking for anyone to help her, and this is where Deku says, "You want to help me destroy this robot, sister?" Which Hex says, "Anytime, brother." And they pretty much says, 3, 2, 1, and they leap at the robot and they use a double, you could say a double kick to send the robot flying away, like flying into the next building. Now they pretty much land down saying, "Wow, I never thought we had the power to kick a robot far, far away." Well, we can mark that off our bucket list, Deku says, which Hex laughs and says, I guess we can, basically, take that off our bucket list. Now, this is where Hex basically picks up Uraraka, and Uraraka is saying, Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, you saved me. Wait, you're the girl who, which Hex says, yep, it's me, and pretty much give her the, the biggest kiss while grabbing her ass again. And pretty much says, well, catch you later, and pretty much skips away, which Uraraka is just like, can't say nothing because, she's blushing real hard. And Deku pretty much laughs and says, alright, sorry about my sister, but see ya. And pretty much says, wait up, sister. Now, Deku and Hex pretty much heads home, and sorry. And pretty much Janet, or you could say Jenny, their mom is sitting at the table, pretty much reading a book, which this is where Deku and Hex says, we're home, Mom, which their mom says, I'm glad you're home. Come, I made some dinner. Which Hex and Deku says, what did you make? Which she says, I made some, I pretty much made some, you could say some cabbage stew. Which Deku says, my favorite. Which Hex says, my favorite too, nerd. Which Deku laughs and Hex laugh. Now, everyone sits down to eat, and all the other ones with the mask and stuff come and eat too. Because their table is pretty big. It's a big round table, which everybody eat and stuff. And if you're asking if the house is big, yes, it's much bigger for people to sit there. Like, some of them live not in the house, but some of them do. Now, pretty much the next day, Deku wakes up and Hex wakes up, and they're pretty much looking at the acceptance letter and saying, oh wow, we got accepted. Which Deku and Hex open up the invitation, which it's only one, because, since they're family. And they said they pretty much reached in first, both of them, a tie first, which Deku and Hex is very happy about. And they says, shall we head to the thing now? Which Hex says, well, we just got in. They're probably going to open next week, so we have enough time to do some stuff. Which Deku says, okay. Now, they pretty much head out and to pretty much get their school uniform and all that stuff ready. This is where Hex meets. Hold on. Sorry about that. This is where Hex meets Toga. Now, Toga is pretty much wandering around and in the mall, with her weird, creepy smile and stuff. This is where Hex, skips to her and says, hi, my name is Hex. Which Toga says, I'm Toga. Pretty much smiling at each other. Which, Hex says, Deku, I'm gonna be chilling with Toga for a while. You might tell Mom I might come home late? Which Deku says, okay, just be safe. Now, this is where Deku gets a text message from his mom and pretty much Inko, his dad. And they're pretty much saying that they're going to be pretty much out of town for a little while and they're pretty much going to be at home by themselves because him and the masked animals are pretty much going to be going out on a trip on the Discovery, which they need all hands on deck. Now Deku says, okay, be safe, which Inko and his mom pretty much says, we will. love y'all. Which Deku says, love you too. Now, this is where Deku pretty much finds the uniforms and gets them all set. This is where All for One's daughter comes in and Death. And she says, well, 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 is it my little black rabbit? Which Deku turns around and says, oh, it's you. So where did my eye go? I'm kind of wondering. Which she does a little smile and says, oh, it's somewhere at lab. We're thinking about creating a second you. Or maybe a little you. Depends on the situation. Which Deku says, huh, I wouldn't mind having another me. Maybe a little me. I could raise him as my son. Which she laughs maniacally a little bit. And says, oh, I bet you would. Now, Deku and you could say Off One's daughter head to the house and they pretty much had some sex. Alright? And if you're asking, did they have the nasty sex? Yes, they had the nasty sex. I'm talking about the whole butt, vagina, everything, alright? I ain't sugarcoating that shit, alright? I ain't no other people. We're not sugarcoating this shit. This is a dark ode to the universe. I'm getting down to the nick and cranny, alright? But pretty much, yeah, Deku has sex with All For One's daughter. Now, pretty much, Deku wakes up, pretty much saying, that was a night, which Death pretty much pulls him back in bed saying, come lay with me, which Deku says, I'll be back into the bed. I have to go check on something, which Deku goes downstairs, and this is where he sees Hex and Toga pretty much together making breakfast, which Hex is teaching Toga how to pretty much make breakfast and stuff, which Deku says, did you have sex with her? Which Toga is blushing saying, well, pretty much saying, yes, we actually did. Which Hex says, yeah, we actually did. Got a problem with it, brother? Which Deku is pretty much about to say something until he gets it. Off when Zara comes down and says, what's all with the commotion? Which, this is where Toga says, oh, hey. You're like, oh, hey. Which Death says, oh, hey, Toga. What you doing here? Which Toga says, I could say for you too. What are you doing here? Which Deku and Hex look at each other saying, you don't say nothing, I don't say nothing. Which Hex says, okay, you got a deal. Now they pretty much all sit at the couch, eating breakfast and stuff, and having a laugh and commotion and stuff. And this is where Toga and Death pretty much leaves and says bye, giving their loved one their lovers a kiss and saying bye. Now Deku and Hex pretty much heads to the school with their uniform and pretty much heading into the building. Now, as they're heading to the building, Deku's going to the classroom and he hears loud noise and he hears pretty much Satori. I'm just gonna say nerve glasses, right? Pretty much nerve glasses with the Indian court. You could say Satori, I can't say it, man. Y'all gonna crucify me, as I know, but pretty much Deku can hear Baku and them yelling at each other, which he also can hear a presence under the desk, which he can hear the teacher sleeping. Now this is where Deku opens up the door and says, oh, hey guys. And he pretty much tells them, can y'all please keep it down? The teacher's right behind that desk sleeping. Which Baku's saying, stop shitting me. Which Deku says, I'm not kidding you. If you just look over there, you will clearly see him sleep. Which, when, pretty much when Baku and the other one looks over there, they see the teacher sleep, which they say, okay. Well, they pretty much go and take a seat and starts to pretty much, still have an angry conversation, but they're talking quietly. This is where all the other students come in, and they're pretty much saying hi and stuff, and all that. This is where Uraka sees Deku and he's basically, thanking Deku. And this is where Hex says, "Oh, don't forget about me too," which Uraka is blushing red, saying, yeah, thank you," looking down and stuff. Which you could say she's dripping wet. Yes, sir. But let me continue. Pretty much, uh, Deku can see the invisible girl. Like, he stares at her, and she's pretty much, blushing red, saying, like, "Why are you staring at me?" Which Deku pretty much kisses her on the forehead and pretty much fix her quirk. So everybody can see the invisible girl, you could say. And she's pretty much backing up saying, "Why did you kiss my forehead?" Which Deku smiled and said, "I think I fixed your quirk." Which she looks in, she said, "Oh my god, I can see myself," which she can go uninvisible and say, "How can I?" Which Deku says, "Oh no, you don't have to repay me. It's okay." Now, this is where the teacher comes up and he's pretty much looking at the class, and the class is not loud. And he's saying, this class might be actually different. Well, this is where he says, "Alright, everybody gets dressed. It's time to go out to test out your quirks and stuff." Now, this is where you could say pretty much the nerd with glasses saying, "You can't do that," which he says, "Yeah, I disqualified the school before, well, a whole class before. Do you want to be the second class?" Which everybody is terrified except for Hex and Deku. They're pretty much laughing hard, saying, "Yeah, we understand, teacher. But just let you know, I'm not agreeing with him. But you do have a point. For us to be accepted in this 1A class, we do have to show out our quirks and show how powerful we are. Am I right?" Which which Deku says, "Razorhead, the hero." Which Razorhead says, "Yes, of course." Does a smile. Now, everybody gets dressed. Now, in the locker room, Deku is pretty much taking off his shirt, and he has a whole scar on his chest, like a slash scar on his chest, and he has like multiple cuts on his back, and he has cuts on his arms, but he's ripped and stuff. So the students are saying, "How did you get these scars? How did you get those scars? And why are you so ripped?" Which Deku laughs and said, "Oh yeah, so I was captured. About a weekend. I got my eye taken away, in that also captured. So they kind of took my eye away, and it's a long story. If y'all, it's not that important." Which they're saying, "Not that important. You got captured and got your eye taken away." Which Deku laughed and said, "Yeah, I guess." Now, whew, sorry. Let me continue. But pretty much, Hex is in the girls' locker room, and she's getting dressed, and Uraka pretty much walk up to her saying, "I just want to thank you personally for saving my life." Which Hex pretty much smiling, kisses her on the lips, saying, "Anything for you." Which Uraka is about to pass out again. Which Floppy is, and all the other girls are like blushing that Hex is kissed her in front of them. Which Hex says, "Are y'all girls coming or what?" Which they says, "Right." Now, pretty much, this is where Deku gets Alzar cut or Razorhead quirk, to erase quirks, and he's pretty much took his ability, and Deku knows that he got his ability because when Bakugo's trying to let out an explosion, he's saying, "What the hell? Why can't I?" Which Deku realized that he kind of used it in his own way. Instead of like looking at someone to cancel out their quirk, he can set out a meter, like kind of like a 50-meter radius to cut off anyone's quirk. But he pretty much can use it in other ways too. He can look at someone, cancel out the quirk, or be in the 50, or he can activate his 50-meter radius that can cancel out everybody's quirk. Now, Deku pretty much in all the fitness tests for Deku Hex, they pretty much gets in tie in all first, except for the grabbing one. Uraka beats them, which Hex be very impressed with Uraka, which Uraka is blushing, saying thank you, and Deku is pretty much getting in a pretty much a attitude, pretty much saying shh, stupid, with her quirk, and he realized that he has the same quirk as her, so he says, "Oh, wait, I could beat her," and he pretty much throws it with the gravity, and pretty much gets in a tie first with Rocket, which he's saying, oh well. Now, everybody passes, no one gets disqualified, everybody's in the class. And Hex is pretty much just the extra student for Class 1A. Actually, no. We're gonna say Moneta. He gets disqualified, and Hex pretty much is in the classroom. Now, pretty much, everybody's just, is pretty much back in class, all sitting down talking to each other and stuff. This is where Deku is saying, I'm very proud of y'all guys of passing the test and not getting kicked out of the class. Because I think we're gonna be really good friends, making a weird, creepy grin, which everybody else is kind of weirded out, but they're like saying, yeah, we're glad we're in the class too, which Hex says, yeah, me and my brother is both happy, which they're saying, wait, y'all brothers and sisters? And he says, well, we're more like twins, if you can see the resemblance, which the class of 1A pretty much saying, yeah, y'all do look the same as brothers and sisters, as twins, which Deku said, yeah. Now, this is part 2 of what if Deku was the son of SCP-1903, Jenny's secret. If you like, you know what to do. You know what to do, guys. I trust y'all. But I'm Keyshawn Chia. Thanks for watching and see ya.